Hello everybody and welcome back to Odin's Movie Blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well, and I am on the way to the local theater to go check out Endgame, which starts in about 25 minutes. Trying to get there a little bit early so that way I can get some popcorn before the flick. I know it's going to be absolutely insane. Luckily, this theater has all reserved seating. I know that there's definitely some pros and cons to the all being the reserve seating. I know that some people love it, some people hate it. I know that just for events like this, it's good to have, even if you're in a regular 2D screen, even if you're not doing the IMAX or the 3D, I think it's still a good thing just to know exactly where you're going to sit, especially on days like this where things are insane and you want to make sure that your seats are fine, and then that way you don't have to worry about getting to the theater, you know, crazy early or anything to that effect. And so, yeah, I'm on my way. Very, very excited. Freya's not with me right now because she got caught in traffic, so she's meeting me at the theater, and you might be able to see a little bit of her a little later. But anyway, going to, of course, film the experience, film just how crazy it is, even for this 6 o'clock showing. I know that as the hours go by, it's just going to get even crazier, but there is a 6 p.m. Dolby showing, which is sold out, a 6 p.m. IMAX showing, which is sold out, and that's already close to 600 to 700 seats alone. And I know that there are going to be other 2D showings and 3D showings around the same time, or very close to being around the same time as well. So we'll see if having reserved seating affects the numbers, you know, right before the film comes out. But I'm hoping to get myself that large popcorn, large drink for this 3 hour and 2 minutes crazy 11 years in the making madness. So again, I will bring this back to y'all in a little bit to show you the theater, to show you the madness, to show you the craziness, and then of course give you my instant reactions after. Try and keep them spoiler free as well. And of course I will be doing a full video for the channel. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and again, I will see you in a little bit at the theater.
Early reviews.
I had green tea at like 5 o'clock. Oh, I think they're
What's going on, everybody? So I just got out of the movie, and man, I am extremely disappointed with this film. I mean, obviously there are a lot of things that I really cannot go into because of, you know, trying to avoid spoilers, and this is going to be a spoiler-free vlog, but I'm probably very quickly going to make a spoiler-filled video because there are so many rants, so many tangents that I can go on for this film. I went in so freaking hyped for this film. I was so excited for it, even though there were so many people, you know, followers of mine, others who said, I'm not going to go see it, I have no desire to see it, I don't think it's going to be very good. You know, having all of these other thoughts about it, I was like, you know what, no, this is the Russo brothers, they have not let me down yet, everything's going to be great. Russos have let me down. This was a messy film. Not only, of course, you have it 3 hours, which normally, hey, I like. You know, for example, Blade Runner 2049 is like 2 hours, 45 minutes, 2 hours, 50 minutes. Brilliant film. Well made, well shot. The story is fantastic. No. This film is poorly edited, poorly paced. The story is all over the damn place. The characters on screen are not the characters that have been built up over the past 10 years. And I'm sure that someone could try and explain, oh, well, it's, you know, why would you feel you'd go through some changes if half the world's population disappeared, if, like when they did with Infinity War. And I understand that to a point. But, I mean, so many of these characters went against their norms, went against exactly what they've been built up for, you know, over films and films. And I thought the Russos were going to be able to keep on the story. But you can tell, obviously, that the studio got involved. Kevin Feige got his ass involved in this project because I can tell you, as a fact, apparently the people that I trusted who said, oh, don't worry, you know, that there's no wokeness in it, there's nothing. Oh, there is wokeness in it. There is wokeness in it. And oh boy, it is cringeworthy. It is so cringeworthy to the point where I face-palmed at least 3 times in the film because of how ham-fisted it all was. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what happens. I'm not going to tell you, you know, which parts or who it involves. I'm sure that you can make some educated guesses, and I cannot wait to go off on some spoiler-filled tangents because, oh my goodness, guys, this movie is a hot mess. I'm extremely disappointed. I'm extremely disappointed. I'm gonna, you know, in my first reaction to this thing, I'm gonna give this a C. I never thought in a million years I'd be giving this film that low of a grade. And for anyone that tries to say, oh, you just can't like anything, you're talking to the dude that has been defending Endgame ever since the trailer started coming out. You're talking to the dude that's been a huge fan of the MCU for a long time. Yes, I can point out films that have been bad, but you know what? I'm not a typical fanboy. I'm not just gonna love a film because the MCU's in there. I'm not just going to love a movie because they give me a couple of scenes where I'm like, dude, that was badass. Are there badass scenes in there? Oh, hell yeah. There are a couple of scenes where I was like, oh yeah, there were so many of those scenes. But it does not make up for the mess of the film that it is, and also those heavy-handed, ham-fisted, woke SJW identity politics nonsense that seems to be what the future of the franchise is going to be, and that makes me very, very upset. And a couple of big things that happen make me even more upset because of all the things that it implies. So again, as I said, I cannot really go into too many more details without actually spoiling plot points and character developments. But all I can say, guys, is there are woke elements in this film. They are heavy-handed, they are annoying, there are more than just a couple of them in there, and when they are there, oh gosh, they are there. And the movie, even without that, is a mess at best. Seriously, it's a giant mess. And it's 3 hours and 3 hours and 2 minutes. Could be well crafted, well put together. This is just not. It is a string of several great moments. It is a string of several crappy, terrible, woke SJW moments. And somewhere in there, there is a story. And as I said, there's going to be some things that people are going to hold on to and say, oh, but you didn't feel that when it happened? Of course I did. Again, there are several scenes where it's like, tugs at the heartstrings because of the characters and because of all the things going on. But that is not enough. I'm not one of those persons that can let one thing make or break a movie for me. Though some people are going to be like, oh, well, that's basically what you're doing by making the SJW moment, No, because there were several. And it's not just the moment, it's how they present the moment as well. And yeah, guys, so again, I give this a C after my first viewing. Probably will end up going lower, to be perfectly honest. The more I think about it, I know that the objective score that I have in mind for it, editing is low, direction is low, writing. Oh God, the writing for this film was awful. I don't know what happened between Endgame and Infinity War, but the writing is just that much worse. Oh man, well, it looks like the end of my MCU run is Infinity War, and I'll just pretend like Thanos wiped out half the universe, because you know what, I would rather have that aspect to it than the nonsense we got with this film, not just narratively, but also production-wise as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I will have a full review up. Actually, you know what? This will probably be my full review up on the main channel, and I'll upload that, and you'll have this and the other blog posts up on my Welcome to Asgard channel as well. And who knows, maybe I'll do a spoiler-filled live stream tonight, because, man, I am livid right now. You have no idea how much it took me to keep myself silent. And of course, Freya has a very different opinion of this. She really liked it, and you know what, she has every right to. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Please smash the like button, hit the subscribe if you can. Again, we're not all gonna agree. Many of you are gonna disagree with me, I'm sure, but guess what? We have to understand and differentiate our subjective point of view from objective reality. And objectively, this film was messy. This film was a giant mess. And subjectively, it had way too many woke moments, and to me, moments. And I think that what it does is it lays the foundation for the woke future. I think Phase 4 is officially going to be phase woke if some of the things they lay down in this film come to fruition. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Have a wonderful night. And as always, God bless.